Hello, hello. Steve, the Canadian Sasquatch, coming at you on this Thirsty Thursday mead review, and we have a tasty mead, hopefully, to review today. But first, please go check out the CSB store, link down below, to buy mead methodologies, the shirt, whatever else down there. Helps the channel out so we can keep this ball rolling. Also, don't forget, Mead Mondays are a thing again, so hit me up with those questions so I can answer them on a Mead Monday. But let's get into today's mead. Yes, it's already been poured. Why has it already been poured? Because I just bottled it today, so this is racked right out of the carboy. This extremely clear looking and aromatic beverage is essentially it's a Joe's Ancient Orange mead, but instead of the cinnamon and clove, Star Anise was used. And it was my beautiful bride that came up with this idea to use Star Anise instead of the cinnamon and clove. So this is actually her tasty beverage. We started it on January 11th of some year, because I have no idea, it's not in my notes. I want to say 2015, so it is like 3.5 years since we started it, if that math is right. But yeah, so 2015? Might even be 2014. So 3 or 4 years old at this point since the start date. And yes, I am just bottling it now, 3 or 4 years after starting it. Mostly because I was lazy. But lazy is a mead maker's best friend when it comes to aging, because it just makes them taste better and better. So yeah, you can see it is a crystal clear color, yellow. I do have bottles of it. So I bottled them in the 187 milliliter bottles with a cap. Best way to make a 1 gallon batch extend is to use 187 ml bottles, because yeah, 1 gallon is equal to 20 of these bottles, so that's 20 servings that you can enjoy. But I do want to show you this other bottle. So this was the last one I bottled. It's the dregs. This will go straight into the fridge here so that everything settles down, and then we'll be able to pour off whatever is left up top. So when you're using these little bottles for the 1 gallon batches, feel free to get those dregs on the last bottle and just put it straight into the fridge and you are good to go. But as you can see, there's none of that sludge in this one. Yeah, it's a gorgeous color. I don't remember what kind of honey we used or any of that stuff, so I was really crappy at taking notes on this one. So, but with that, let's get an aroma, because it's been sitting in the glass for an hour or so now since I did all the bottling, and yeah. Oh, that's so pleasant. So right off the bat, the Star Anise licorice aroma. There's a sweetness from the honey in there. There's a light grape, or like a white grape. Little bit of the orange coming through on that. So yeah, it just smells pleasant. Like I said, Star Anise, orange, honey sweetness, just Reminds me a little bit of black licorice, um, specifically the black licorice cigars or pipes. If any of you know what I'm talking about there, that's what this smells like. And it is fantastic. So I am going to dive in for a taste. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this Thirsty Thursday. So it's very thin. That's the first thing that hits me, is how thin it is. But you do get that licorice Star Anise flavoring coming through. A little bit of the orange zest is in there as well to just spice it a little bit more. It's also kind of on the drier side of semi-sweet, not very sweet. I'm breathing in like with nothing in my mouth right now, and I get that tingly sensation like if you have like a Halls or something, you get that methanol. Well, the orange zest and the Star Anise and those little spicy flavors and whatnot are causing similar sensation in my mouth right now. It's kind of interesting. So it is room temperature. Like I said, I'm just bottling it today. It's been sitting out, and it's been sitting out in a glass for a little over an hour now, because I poured it and then I did all the bottling and cleaned up all that mess. So yeah, so it's has another that grape flavor is coming through as well, just a little bit. And it's like specifically like a white grape that you bite into from the grocery store, not like a fancy wine grape or something like that, just a table grape. And it does have a little bit of like a butteriness to it. So a little, like a little buttery, fatty, kind of tongue coating, but not in a bad way. For those of you that like Chardonnays and you like the buttery Chardonnays, that's the kind of thing that I'm finding in this. It's pleasant. There is a little bit of a fusel coming through as well, but just very, very light. It has been like in the carboys for years. Temperature control was not a thing when I started it, if I remember correctly. I just dumped it all in. So it probably saw some really hot temperatures, which normally Joe's can handle. This one, I want to say I actually didn't use bread yeast though. I want to say I might have done the Belgian yeast, like what you use for a Bray's 1 month mead. So it might have been a combination of the two. So the honey, the orange, the Star Anise, the raisins. I'm getting raisins, but I'm getting white grape instead of raisins, which are usually dark. But yeah, so all that, and then Star Anise, and then the Belgian yeast that you use in the Bray's 1 month mead. It's coming back to me now. It was the Bray's 1 month mead / Joe's Ancient Orange. So yeah, all in all, I gotta give it a thumbs up. My beautiful bride did a great thing coming up with the idea of using Star Anise. If you like licorice flavored stuff, then I definitely recommend trying Star Anise in your meads and beverages and whatnot. If you don't like licorice, then don't use Star Anise. Use something else. Go back to clove and cinnamon or nutmeg or whatever you want. But yeah, so definitely a tasty beverage right here. And with that, I am going to close down this Thirsty Thursday mead review. So please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't, but let me know why you're giving me a thumbs down so I can turn that thumbs down into a thumbs up later on. And I invite you to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell while you're right there. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers, and be sure to have a pint of awesome. I know I will.